Welcome to the Box Score Sports Podcast.
Okay, why don't we, Travis? We're gonna predict week 7. Let's do that next. So Ryan versus the guest. Last week I played against Chris. Chris, you got 11 right. I got 10 right. So right now I am down on the guest. It's 55 to 53. So I'm down by 2 games. So let's go ahead and do this. So let's start with Thursday night football. Pittsburgh Steelers at the Cincinnati Bengals. Who do you got, Travis?
Ooh, man. Uh, I'm gonna go on I think Joe Flacco after his Spirit Airlines flight, I think the Bengals are gonna win that game.
Oh wow, the
I,
upset.
I'm just, I'm the eternal optimist for people like Caden out there.
Okay. I'm picking the Steelers. The okay, Sunday, another morning game. LA Rams at the well, not at, but versus the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick the Rams. I mean, technically, it's a neutral site game in London or whatever it is.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick the Rams as well. New Orleans Saints at the Chicago Bears.
The Bears, even though they won because Jane Daniels didn't understand it was raining apparently.
That's funny. I'm gonna pick I'm gonna go off. I like New Orleans has been feisty,
They
so I'm
have
gonna go.
been, right?
Yeah, so I'm gonna go New Orleans here. Um, Miami Dolphins at the Cleveland Browns.
Oof. Well, I'm gonna pick Miami because their quarterback hasn't changed in the last 3 weeks.
Do we
Or
see do we see Sanders in this game?
probably. I mean, what
Yeah,
is what has the Browns got to lose?
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
they should send him out there no matter what. I
I
mean,
I agree.
win, lose, it doesn't matter. They should.
I agree. New England Patriots at the Tennessee Titans.
This is probably the most lopsided game of the weekend. New England should win that game. Should.
Agreed. Yeah, I agree. Las Vegas Raiders at the Kansas City Chiefs.
As much as Patrick and Crosby love each other, the Chiefs should win that game. And I say should, but it's a divisional game, and the Raiders have a long history of messing up things. So, but it's still picking the Chiefs.
I'm picking the Chiefs as well. Philadelphia Eagles at the Minnesota Vikings.
I I think the Vikings may win this game. I'm going to pick the Vikings. And maybe I'm just, if I was an Eagles fan, I'd be really worried for some reason right now.
I was thinking hard. I was thinking about picking the Vikings too, coming off a bye as well. Just so
Hmm.
we're all aware.
Yeah.
The drama in Philadelphia is really weird. I think I'm gonna go Minnesota as well. I think that's a good pick. They're at home as well.
Right.
Carolina Panthers at the New York Jets.
Uh, I, until the Jets win one, I'm just going to pick Carolina because I don't. I mean, if the Jets are going to win a game, this will be the one, I think. But I just can't until they actually do something. And they had
I
the Broncos dead to rights, but still.
Yeah, I'm picking the Panthers as well. Panthers are a different team on the road, but
Right.
I don't know
Yeah.
what are the Jets. New York Giants at the Denver Broncos.
I As much as I think the Broncos defense is really good, I think this would be my upset special of the week. And I think the Giants are gonna win.
Okay.
They are playing with some confidence and yeah, and they got a good run game behind to help Jackson. So yeah, I'm gonna pick the Giants on that one.
Okay, I like it. Okay, Indian. I'm gonna pick Denver, but
You gonna
I
pick Denver?
understand. Yeah, I understand the Giants pick. I think I like Dart and Scadaboo's just their personalities. I really like them.
Right?
So
It's
I
yeah,
could
that's
see
old
why
school. That's old
Giant.
school Giants.
Yeah, we got a lot of bad comments from like Giants fans, like when we were doing their preview, and they're
Uh-huh.
like, I but I understand. I understand now their love for those two guys because that was one of the things that kept bringing up, and I'm like, well,
Right.
yeah, but Russell Wilson's your starting quarterback right now. So anyway,
Right.
Indianapolis Colts at the LA Chargers.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick the Chargers. I know the Colts have the better schedule, but I just want to see them play somebody and beat somebody actually decent.
Okay, I am going to pick the man. The Colts have been good.
Been very
Um,
good.
hmm, I might go Colts just to make it fun. Like just go opposite
Sure.
of you. I'll go Colts here. Although that goes against my Chargers winning the second in the division. Washington Commanders at the Dallas Cowboys.
I think the Cowboys are gonna win. I just do. I am not a Cowboys fan, apologist, or anything. They should win that game.
Yeah, I guess it's just how you feel like the playoffs are going to break out. Like if you had the Commanders in the playoffs, they kind of have to win this game. And if you had
Right.
Dallas in the playoffs, they kind of like have to keep winning games. So I'm gonna go Commanders because I picked them, I think, to get to the playoffs. Maybe I didn't. I don't remember, but I'm gonna go
I'm actually
Commanders.
curious to see how the Commanders play anyway, because again, how they lost on Monday is,
Yeah,
that could mess up a psyche of a young team like that. So,
it's true.
uh,
It's true.
or I guess they're not super young, but a conglomerate team. How about that?
Yeah. Yeah. Green Bay Packers at the Arizona Cardinals.
The Packers should win that game. Uh,
Yeah.
if if they don't win that game, it's a loss of the opportunity.
Yeah, I think I'm picking the Packers as well, but man, I'm a little nervous for them. They tie the Cowboys, they lose to the Browns, and then they barely beat the Bengals. And I'm just like, what is going on with the Packers right now? So, and the alpha bye week, I thought they'd
Right.
come out and put up 40 on the Bengals. That's what I thought would happen, but
Yeah, with that defense,
yeah.
that's how I expected them to win handily, but that wasn't close.
Sunday Night Football, Atlanta Falcons at the San Francisco Emergency Room ER team. Um,
I honestly have no like this. I looked at this one and I'm like, I have no idea. Based on what I saw the other night, I want to pick the Falcons because apparently you can run the football all over you. Everybody on the Niners is hurt, and yet they still managed to win games. So
Mhm.
uh, I'm going to pick the Falcons.
Okay.
Um, I don't think the Niners are. It's not like they have a huge home field advantage there. So
Yeah, I'm going to pick the Falcons too, but I do want to acknowledge this. The Falcons are like one of those teams like the Panthers who are different on the road than they are at home. So that's what makes me nervous about this pick is although the Niners are beat up, they find ways to win despite being beat up, and Atlanta's just a different team on the road. But I'm going to pick Atlanta.
right,
Maybe they
and
turn the corner.
and if as long as Atlanta runs the football, then I would have, better than average, confidence in them winning. So
Agreed, agreed. Monday Night Football, two games. Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the Detroit Lions.
I'm going to pick your Lions simply because I don't think either team is going to play much defense. And I think the Lions probably feel like they got embarrassed last week.
Yeah.
So, and Baker is supposedly the MVP, candidate right now. So I think the Lions are going to get their A game coming out of that.
Yeah, a lot of injuries on both teams, but the Bucks are like down to their fifth wide receiver.
Right.
um, and the Lions secondary is pretty beat up, and I just got a notification that the Brian Branch 1 game suspension was upheld, so they're not going to have Brian Branch for that game, which is the right call. But I still think Lions being at home, coming off a loss like that, I just think, they're
Yeah,
gonna they're gonna come out
and something to
strong.
figure out about, I mean, not that the Chiefs defense has been playing the greatest, but I was a little surprised that the Lions didn't, I mean, went to the trick play stuff. The Lions have an offense. I
Yeah.
mean, I suggest using it.
Right. Well, what was surprising to me too was like they didn't run Montgomery. I think they ran him 4 times, and he like averaged over 6 yards a carry, like because he's a physical runner. I'm surprised that
Right.
they just didn't run him a little bit more than Gibbs. But
Some people always say it's the Mahomes uh, thing. You know, you always see it with the Ravens. It gets in their head, and they're like, we gotta try to, and versus just staying true to yourself. And
Mhm.
if the Lions stay true to themselves, I'm not sure. I'm not saying that they would have beaten the Chiefs, but the score would have been 55-50.
Right.
So like against the Buccaneers, I think, yeah, maybe both defenses are great, and I don't know, but Buccaneers will throw it to unless they go to all run. But
I think what deflated the Lions was that fourth. I think it was 4th and 3, and St. Brown dropped the ball. You remember that?
it hit
And I
him.
think it just kind of like the team after that. It was like Chiefs are going to win, and I think that's was the way they felt. But if
Well,
they
and
would have come
I
back,
mean, and in that play, and the Chiefs realized that the Lions were going to go for it on fourth down. They started, they never punted, so they
yeah,
started going for it on fourth down, and that's a quick way to
yeah,
run,
it's
run
it then
somebody under when you start converting on, fourth downs.
yeah,
So
it's a way to. Yeah, sometimes I love Dan Campbell, but sometimes it's like, dude, just sometimes take the points. I understand you want to be true to yourself, but this is why we lost to the Niners in the championship game. You
right,
didn't take the
yeah,
points. You got to take the
that
points
was
sometime. Yeah.
that was painful to
Um,
watch, even as a non, you know,
Lions,
fan
all
of the
right,
team.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
was like, no, no.
Houston Texans at the Seattle Seahawks.
I think the Seahawks will win. I think
Yeah.
that team is the team that's way better than what we expected and under the radar for the most part.
Yeah, I would say just watch out though. Um, I am picking Seattle. Houston coming off a bye, and they're going to play desperate because they got to keep up with their division. And their defense is really good, and their offenses seem to got back on track, but we'll see if it continues in Seattle.
That, yeah, I think they have some injuries too on their offensive side, some of
Yeah.
their key pieces. So, but yeah,
Okay, anything else, Travis?
not at this time. Let's just go Chiefs and
Thanks so much for watching this clip of the Box Score Sports Podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to our channel. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter or X. And we'll talk to you guys real soon. See ya.